everyone, so this is a little bit earlier than what I was originally anticipating. So I was going to be doing it in 5 weeks, we're now 4 weeks later. Reason being is I've just got a really exciting update that I just wanted to share. So we're back downstairs, that front window has come out, that other front window, we're waiting for that. We're actually going to hold off until the windows arrive so we can take those out. Look at that stone wall, that's how they built houses in the 1700s. It worries me, so let's move away from there. Excuse fingers. We have plasterboard has gone on and the plaster has started to go. So this will be where our living space is, and we're just going to put our sofa along the bottom there. And we've gone for recess shelving. The reason we've done that is we have a very bouncy dog with a very big tail that likes to swipe wine glasses off. So we thought that made sense that we can actually put drinks there, and it made the husband happy because we've actually put in some sockets we can put in the surround sound speakers. So we've actually got a bit of a place for there. I'm going to twist you around so you can't see the big update just yet. Now just here is where our TV cabinet is going to go. Very excited for that. We've always had a TV that's in completely the wrong position with a crane on neck, so our project manager is actually going to put something in there. Here we have some beautiful plasterboard. This was actually an arch before. We were going to just board it up, but we decided to make a bit of a feature of it and actually just square it off, and we can put some, shelving in there for some decorative pieces. Now it gets exciting. Let's twist round and let there be light. I literally can't even believe this was the same room. Before it was so dark and you couldn't see the garden. Beforehand, we had two really short, small windows and they weren't even symmetrical. So this one over here was very, very thin. See, we actually managed to make it wider because there was a dummy wall before the wall we knocked down. So once that came down, we could actually make that one a bit wider and a little bit more even. And I'm so, so pleased we did. They just framed the fireplace beautifully. Although we're not 100% what to do with the fireplace. I'm not sure I love it, but we can't find anything else that we like. Everything else either seems too modern or too Victorian, which doesn't feel in keeping in the house. If anyone's got any ideas, please let me know. And then over here, we have French doors going out to another seating area that we're going to have. This patio links to the other side. We made this a lot wider before. The French doors were really narrow, and we actually get more sunlight coming from that direction. So I'm really pleased that we made them a lot bigger because the difference is huge. We'll probably put out some sofas or some chairs once that's all cleaned up and there's not any wheelbarrows, obviously. And then we're just going to flip that round. Lovely builder set up, and of course Pringles for some reason. Coming through to the kitchen, this room is starting to take shape. Those wires hanging out of the extractor bit are going to be 3 pendant lights that come down above the island. What we're also going to do is we're going to wrap an LED strip around that just to put in some extra lights rather than having lots and lots of spotlights. So we can see lots of lovely wires where all of our plug sockets are going to go, all the essentials. And then this is just so exciting. I'm so, so pleased we have this. So these Crittal doors open up. We didn't go for bifold, we went for French. We just thought they looked a bit better with the Crittal rather than having the bifold. It was a bit fiddly. Can't believe the difference that it makes, because beforehand, that space where you see where the wall is, the ground actually went up to that point, so you couldn't have any light coming into the house. Once we've dug all of that out, that's made a lovely patio area that we can't wait to sit in. And it was actually a bit of a nice surprise because we weren't expecting to be able to see the full garden just because of the height. So the fact that we can actually see out is a great bonus. So coming through into here, this is going to be the playroom. This has got a step down. Unfortunately, it's the one room we couldn't level out, and the reason being is the ceiling height was just so low that if we actually raised the floor, it would have just felt a little bit claustrophobic in there. It's already quite a low ceiling as it is. This is actually one of the darker rooms in the house because that window to the right only actually looks onto the neighbouring wall, so it just doesn't kind of get much light in there. So I think eventually, once she's grown out of the playroom, we'll actually make this into a bit of a living, secondary living room snug, so that we have somewhere to retire to in the evenings. This was where the serving hatch was into the dining room. Again, we were going to block this off, but I think we're going to leave this up, square it out like in the living room, and have some recessed shelving to just put some objects and things on there just to make use of that space. And now let's go through to the lovely room, where the second staircase that takes you up to the guest room upstairs is, well, no, it's missing. That's where it was. This room is a state and needs a bit of work. It did also take you up to the rest of the second floor, but we've blocked that off to make the bathroom bigger. So if I just nose up here,
that is our bathroom. We've actually ripped the ceiling down now to vault that space. I can't show you up there because I can't climb, but that's how it's progressing. If anyone's interested, this is my husband's pride and joy. I mean, I don't get it. It's the Underfloor Heating Control Centre and manifold. So this will actually get boxed away in a cupboard so we can access it, but it's not on site because it's not pretty. This was actually a bit of a doorway, but again, we've blocked that off. This is a doorway to what was our pantry. A little bit sad to lose the cold room, but the cold room also made the entire house cold. That's going to be a little step through now into a corridor that will take us through to the bootility. Cannot wait to have a bootility. And I would show you the dining room, but I can't get through there, so just bear with me and we'll walk around back through the space to where the dining room is, and I can show you the progress that is going on in there. And here it is. So we used to step down into the dining room, but we've actually levelled that off to make it all kind of one space. The ceiling was a bit higher in there, so we've been able to do that, put the underfloor heating in. Our joiner was actually going to rebuild some of this panelling because we just don't feel like we can lose it at all. That uneven chimney breast, we're going to sort that out. We've actually removed the secondary glazing of this, so that's just the original window that's there, but it's single glazing and it's falling apart, it's actually cracked, so we're going to take that apart and replace that with a new window. But that's got a nice lovely little window area to perch in. So this was going to be a bit of a formal dining room, but actually I think we're going to use this as a bit of a living room with, controversially, no telly in it, just so we just want somewhere to kind of go out and chill. But again, I think this space will keep evolving as time goes on. And then that's it. That is where we are up to currently.